Now we have a nice sedate start to the display. A well-mannered walk in the arena. You can see there that all three ladies riding side saddle, not astride. No high-born lady would ever consider riding astride with a leg either side of the horse, certainly not. And we're going to find out in a moment a little bit more about why the ladies of Queen Victoria's reign would wish to ride in this possibly awkward, but certainly elegant, form of equestrianism. So whilst two of our lovely ladies make their way down the arena, I will now hand over to the lovely, delectable, gorgeous, and fragrant Miss Rebecca Holland.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, madam. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That's much better. My name is Rebecca, and I'm riding beautiful Henry. Ah, sorry, I'm being distracted by the Victorian men's formation jogging team here. Very nice, gentlemen. Fall out. As I say, Sean's riding Marley, who's only 5 years old, and this is his first ever show. Now, for a horse to go out and do, I don't know, normal dressage at 5 is quite something. So for Marley to be here this weekend, dealing with crowds, flags, guns, and everything else is quite remarkable. So if he does well, give her an extra special cheer. But as the fragrant Mr. Selwood has pointed out, today we're all riding side saddle, which is the only way, in my opinion, that a lady should ride. Now, we often get asked, when we go out and do shows, how and why. The why is probably the easiest one to answer. Women have ridden side saddle for a very long time. Modesty and comfort. In terms of modesty, there's something we don't. She would either ride in a wagon or a carriage, or she could ride pillion behind the man, still sitting sideways, with one arm around the man, and it's actually possible to travel at quite considerable speed when you ride that way. But women didn't really...
Crew ready to... Oh, there we go. To prepare the course. And each of the ladies in turn is jumping the small, modest brush jump we have in the centre of the arena. Nicely taken there. I think a round of applause for all three of our beautiful ladies for taking the jump so nicely. Now, brush jump is one thing. That's probably only about 18 inches high. Let's up the ante a little bit with our bunting jump. About 2 foot high. It does have some distractive bunting on there, which could distract the horse, but Henry takes it very nicely indeed. Here comes Marley, the youngster. Will he refuse? No, he goes over very nicely as well. Only 5 years old, rising 6. And here comes Basil. Over he goes as well, the smallest of our horses. And very brave indeed to take jumps like that. Our patriotic red, white and blue bunting. As I say, in the nice breeze we have here, possibly causing a distraction to the horses, but they're going very well. They've each taken the bunting jump individually. Can they do it together as a flying foxes formation? We shall see. Here they go. Oh, beautifully done. Look at that, all together. Very nice indeed.
It's very good, isn't it?
With military precision, dare I say it. Now, the race that we have in mind will involve the brush jump. It will involve the bunting jump. And it will also involve the picking up or collection of tokens along the way. And in a moment, we shall rehearse that as well. Here they go, once more all together. Perfect, look at that. And maintaining the line all the way around.
She's lost something.
Very well done, ladies.
Stirrup. She's lost a stirrup.
Yep.
Now, I mentioned the tokens that would need to be through jumping or from a flat gallop. There's Miss Rebecca Holland. She takes her flag. Next is Miss Sebag Montefiore on Basil. Not only does she have to contend with the lift of her horse, she has to reach out using hand-eye coordination, grasp the flag at the same time. Well done. Can they take them at the same time? They can. A splendid show of red, white and blue patriotism, I'm sure you'll agree. Now we'll see if the ladies feel they have rehearsed enough and whether they are happy to go straight into the race. Only a short race, but hopefully enough to get the pulse quickening, the bosoms heaving, and that's just amongst the audience. Now we have 2 bunting jumps, provided our ground crew know their knots and can untie them. There we go. But we only have 1 brush jump, so it'll be muscle power, elbowing each other out of the way to see who can get to the brush jump first when we get to that part of the race. Ladies, are you ready? One hand up from Miss Holland. Miss Seabag Montefiore, are you ready to race? Splendid. Let me just cue our music. And as soon as we have the music, our contenders will be off. Now I must ask you to cheer as loudly as you can, whether it's for Miss Holland in blue on the white, or Miss Seabag Montefiore in green on the coloured horse. Go! They're off! Take the bunting jump, ladies, and they're over! Pick up the flag! Can they pick up the flag in one go? No! Wrong way round! Oh, Jimmy! They're going back. Who's going to get to the brush jump first? Elbowing each other out of the way. Oh, good Lord! That will be a fault in show jumping. The danger here is palpable. Coming again at the jump. Side by side this time. Very well done. Sliding to a halt. Fumbling for the flag. Miss Seabag Montefiore is just ahead. Up comes Miss Holland. Oh, she's taken the bunting. Who is first? Miss Lowe's. Poor old Henry, tied up in red, white and blue. As she requires refreshment. What sort of refreshment would you require, my lady?
Champagne.
Well, but of course, champagne is what the lady calls for, to calm her nerves. Well, in that case, I think it's time to have some dinner. And if I could ask our gentlemen soldiers to lay the table, prove the crowd wrong. Can you do this? Very well, you have to cheer louder than that. I want an affirmative, a positive. Do you think she can do it? Do you think she can do it? Very well then, Miss Holland on Henry. Here she goes, disturbing the Colonel's dinner. Oh, well done! But Miss Holland forgot her drink. Silly lady. She'll have to go back again and get a glass of champagne. Having proved to you that she can jump the Colonel's dining table, she'll now want to refresh herself with a glass of champagne. Can she snatch the champagne flute from the silver platter as she jumps? Do you think she can do it, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think she can do it? Let's have a look. Well, I'm sorry, that's all I could get. Cheap champagne. Terribly sorry, my lady. Yes, she's done it! A magnificent display of equestrianism by Miss Rebecca Holland and the incomparable Henry. A round of applause, please, for Miss Holland and Henry. A nice, sedate walk around the arena. And please put your hands together one final time for our long-suffering ground crew having their dinner disturbed. Our men of the 17th Lancers Display Troop and the Essex Yeomanry. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Flying Foxes display team. Thank you very much indeed.